Hello, my name's Lee Mason. I am a virtual reality artist and a crypto artist now, I would say. Crypto art is going to be the focus of this little video. It's a huge, sprawling new world of exciting opportunity for artists, both digital and traditional, to be honest. But this is going to be a very brief introduction. This video is going to be about the process of creating this, putting it up for auction, and then putting it into a VR environment. So you can see that I can draw in space like this with various different tools, and this is how this insert was created. So if I grab this, I can manipulate that, change its width, change its color, and this is how this was made. Now this insect sculpture is more of an art installation. It's designed to be about 25 feet tall in VR. So the beauty of using these tools is I can manipulate this, move it around, do fine details, but also at any point I can scale it up and see what it's going to be like experienced at scale when it's finished. So that's the extremely brief introduction to Gravity Sketch, but you can see that this is an amazing, intuitive spatial design tool that I absolutely love. And now we're going to go take it to Super Rare. We're going to upload it for auction, show you what that process is like, and then we're going to enjoy it in a social VR space with some other people in VR chat. Okay, let's do that. Cool, so here we've got the Super Rare website. This is the home page here. If I scroll down, you will see that these are some of the artworks that they have for sale. Super Rare are one of a few platforms that do this sort of service, offer this service. This is the one that I'm on, so that's why I'm focusing on it. You can see that there's a video piece here by Markomatic, who is going to be part of the VR exhibition that we're going to visit in a second. This is Jamie Foxx. He uses macro photography, water and oil to create his pieces. You can see here also that these are the bids on these. This is an auction process. Usually you can put a price up if you want, but this is an auction for these ones, and this is what people are bidding on. If we go up to here, we can look at my profile. This is my user profile as MetaGeist. This is obviously my Twitter handle and a bit about me. Very minimal profile, which is quite nice, to be honest. There's no clutter. It's just a focus on the artwork. These are the 4 pieces I've created. These 2 are videos. This is an image with an augmented reality overlay, and this is the bug that you just saw me sculpting in Gravity Sketch. So if I expand this up, you can see that it sits really nicely in the web page. You can explore it, and I've added some nice metallic materials to this, make it a little bit prettier than it was in Gravity Sketch, although I did really like it in Gravity Sketch as well. So if I pop that down, scroll down here, you can see that people can bid on this if they want to, and the current bid is 2 Ethereum. So if I wanted to now, if this was somebody else's piece, I could click this button, I could type how much I want to spend, and I can make a bid. 2 Ethereum is about £400, and I'm holding out for a little bit more than that for this piece. Now, if you've heard of cryptocurrencies, that's a good head start. If you haven't, you might have heard of Bitcoin. Hello, Fen. Bitcoin is the most famous cryptocurrency. What it means is you can send transactions peer-to-peer without a third party. Now, Ethereum is another cryptocurrency that all of this crypto art stuff rests on. It's similar, but it's also a programming language and a platform for the development of decentralized apps. And that allows people to do all sorts of really cool stuff with it. So if you send me a Bitcoin and I send you a Bitcoin at the same time, they're the same thing in the same sense that if I give you a tenner and you give me a tenner, nobody is lost out. That is why it's called a fungible token. If you create a non-fungible token on the blockchain, then you're creating a single instance of something whose value can change depending on all sorts of factors, like, for instance, scarcity. So what that means is, it means if you create a piece of artwork, say you've got a piece of artwork that exists as a video or a JPEG, and you attach it to one of these NFTs, non-fungible token, that token becomes a certificate of authenticity that is transparent and immutable. So that piece of artwork becomes the one instance of that artwork. So even though someone could right-click or screen capture that artwork and make a copy of it, there is still the original piece. So in the same way that anyone can take a photo of the Mona Lisa, you can rest assured that the original Mona Lisa is still in its place in the Louvre, and the Louvre doesn't care that you take photos of the Mona Lisa because they've got the original and that's the original.
So now in the digital realm, you can do exactly the same thing. I can create a piece of artwork. I can attach it to a token. It will always show that I was the original artist. And as that gets bought and sold in the marketplace, there will be a chain of events that will be indelibly recorded into the immutable ledger of the blockchain. There's a lot of long words there, but essentially it just means that you could have rare digital items.
Hello, so here we are in virtual reality. This is in VR chat. This is the Super Rare Gallery. As you can see from the Super Rare logo on there. This was designed by a company called Illuminate. To my right here you can see the Meta Beast, which was designed by Markomatic. It's hand-drawn elements made into an animated 3D sculpture. Really cool. He's got two of these. There's one over here as well. There it is. I won't go around the whole place, but if we just have a little run over here, you can see this is my Metageist avatar as well. My first attempt at an avatar. A bit clumsy, but it kind of works. If I spin this around, this is Frenetic Void's piece. This one was sold for 15 Ethereum. So that's about $3,000. And then over here we've got Glass Crane's piece. He helped build this environment as well. Very cool. And then if we run over here, we can go and have a look at the bug. So I've dropped it in. Here we go. There it is. It's about 25 feet tall. It's got a bespoke soundtrack as well. So it's designed to sort of make you want to walk over to it. So if we set the camera up over here, we can see. You can hear that. There you go. You can hear the soundtrack there. If I set this up to set the camera up on a tripod, I can then walk over here and you'll see that the sound changes as you put your head into this like lure thing. Hopefully you can hear the difference there. There's some distortion and it's designed to sort of be a message from an artificial intelligence in the future. It's all like a new idea. All of this is very new to me, but this I'm basically starting with a concept for an installation in VR with some sort of interactive element. So that's the very, very basic version of that.
And although the barrier of entry into this world is a little bit high, it's quite tough, especially when you're not familiar with cryptocurrency. It's getting easier and easier by the day, and I do firmly believe that this is the future. This is the future art scene. This is an art scene that also fixes some of the problems with the traditional art scene. Like, for instance, galleries taking 50% commission and things like that. These galleries in VR and stuff, they take 15% maximum, and you also get royalties for any future sale because you are always attached to that artwork. So no matter what, if 3 or 4 purchases down the line, you've gone through 5 or 6 collectors, you will still get 10% royalties sent directly to you within seconds for every sale.
So there you go. I think that's a nice little introduction to crypto art and also to like the utility of VR sculptures. So what I'm doing is creating VR sculptures for display in VR, and it's going really well, and I'm really happy with it. And this is a really exciting space. I'm just going to invite some friends in for a photo shoot under here, and then that'll be the end of my video. So thank you very much. Hopefully that's a nice little introduction to crypto art. It is literally just skimming the surface. There's so much more to talk about. It's extremely exciting, especially when it comes to programmable art as well, and secondary sales and all sorts of cool stuff. But I'll have to stop here and keep the video nice and short, so thank you very much for sticking with me. See you later. 5, 4,
Actually
3,
smiling for no reason.
2, 1.
Yes.
Cheese! Cheese! Everybody smile.
Everybody give
I'm
jazz
smiling
hands.
because I'm having a great time.
Jazz hands.
Do my best.
Right?
This sculpture worth right here.
How much will you auction it off?
Good idea. That's a good idea.
1.5 Ethereum going for 2.
Yeah.
Our name tags are like super important.